couple years ago, I reviewed the original Bitzee on this channel. Since the original Bitzee was released, more variations of the Bitzee have come out, such as a Disney version and a Magical Creatures version. This year, we saw a few new versions of Bitzee hit the shelves, including the new Bitzee Hamster Ball. The Bitzee Hamster Ball is a new form factor of Bitzee. It's shaped like an actual physical sphere instead of the clamshell that opens up like the other styles of Bitzee have been. When I first saw the Bitzee Hamster Ball, I thought it was so cute. I love hamsters. I used to own one, but I thought the price was a little steep. I've seen it on retail shelves between $40 and $45, and to me, that just was a little more than I wanted to spend. I did enjoy the Bitzee, but if you've seen my original review, I kind of thought it was a one-trick pony. There just wasn't a whole lot to the gameplay. However, this week, the Bitzee Hamster Ball was on sale at my local supermarket for $36. I also had some coupons that I was able to bundle to get this, and after tax, it was around $30. So I picked it up today for us to unbox and take a look at. You can see this Bitzee has the unique form factor that I mentioned. It is totally round and it has this kind of a scroll wheel here on top, and then if you press the center, it should start doing its demo mode. We have the same type of flashing lights, the same type of motor sounds. To me, this motor sounds a little bit smoother than the original. And then the other thing that you might be able to notice right off the bat is that the LEDs are contained inside of this dome. With the original Bitzee, you remember we had that LED panel that would bounce back and forth and you would literally touch it to pet your virtual pet. I always thought that LED panel might be a little challenging for younger kids, so it's cool to see the LEDs contained inside the device itself. On the back of our box here, the packaging talks about play, evolve, and customize. So we have a little Bitzee hamster here that's getting a pair of sunglasses as well as some cool clothes. The packaging also boasts that there are over 20 hamsters to unlock, and then the side here demonstrates how you can interact with your hamster. Of course, the huge gimmick for the original Bitzee was that it was a digital pet you could actually touch. You could pet your Bitzee. So of course that gimmick is going to carry over into the hamster ball. Other than those couple things listed on the packaging, I'm not really sure what to expect. I did forget to mention at the start of my video that one of my motivations for getting the hamster ball is that I am currently working on my 2025 virtual pet holiday shopping guide. The original Bitzee ended up being way more popular than I thought it would be, so of course I wanted to check out the hamster ball for myself to see if it was worth earning a spot on my shopping guide. So let's get this open and see what it's like. Here is the hamster ball up close. This is that click wheel that I mentioned, and then this is where I pressed to activate the demo mode. So you can see on the inside that the LEDs are rotating within the dome, and from what I can tell, my camera is picking this up pretty well. It's actually kind of weirding me out because I think the unit is flashing more in person than what's coming through on my camera screen. So I just want to say that again. What I'm seeing on the unit when I'm looking directly at it, I am seeing quite a bit of flickering of the lights. As I look through my camera screen, the lights look smoother. That doesn't really make any sense. I'm not sure what frame rate I have my camera set to today. Just know that this unit might look a little bit more flickery in person than what you see in my video today. I just want to be very clear about that because something like this could bother someone that has light sensitivity, so make sure you check it out in stores if you're purchasing this for someone that might fall in that category. Just like with the original Bitzee, I'm not quite sure how to get this out of the box. It looks like we've got several pieces of tape. Oh my gosh. Look at this. We've got like an alien hamster. That is absolutely amazing. We have all of our tape cut. So, looks like we have a stand for our hamster ball. Then we have a sheet of instructions, an ad, or maybe not an ad, maybe it's like a mini guide of what hamsters that we can have. Even better, we have some full color instructions, all the different hamsters we can get. Oh my gosh, there's a doctor one. Then we have some different how-tos, and they continue on the back as well. So there's quite a bit of information here, which is awesome. The first thing that I'm noticing though, no throwing, no letting it fall, none of that. This looks so interesting, how you control the menu with this form factor. I think it's going to take me a second to get used to, but we won't know until we try. So here is our actual hamster ball itself, and in true toy packaging style, no idea what's going on here. It looks like we rotate these clockwise to unlock, and hopefully our Bitzee will be easy to get out. Oh my gosh, there's actually quite a bit of weight to this. Not anything terribly heavy, it's just heavier than I thought it would be. So we have our little dock right here, and there's a notch on the back that lines up. I'm also wondering if there is like a demo mode. It just looks like we have an on and off mode. So this little notch here goes inside of the dock to hold it upright, which I actually really like that, because sometimes if an item like this, a sphere, doesn't have a notch to hold it upright, it's really hard to get the unit situated exactly where you want it to go. Two things. I am going to get my camera adjusted so you can see this a little bit better. Sorry for anything in the background. I wasn't planning on having to move the camera for this. And two, I am so sorry for the sound of this motor. I think it's going to be interfering with the sound of my voice for the duration of this video. And then of course there's music going off at this point in time. But just know this is the true depiction of what this toy is like. And then of course it stops as soon as I stop talking. This angle is kind of cool because it kind of looks like a crystal ball, and you can see a little bit of my reflection in the background. Let's get this going once again. I hope it'll give us the setup screen. So it looks like we're supposed to press this top button. Oh, that's so cool. It's a little hamster wheel. And the way they have this dock set up, you can rotate this without taking it off the dock. So this is really a place. Oh, and is that supposed to be a roll? Ooh, ooh, okay. So I guess you can't completely play it on the dock, but you can play quite a bit of it from just having it on the dock. This would be a really cool desk pet if you didn't have a problem with the sound of the motor going off. It's asking us to roll it, so I'm going to... Oh gosh, oh my... Oh, that's cute. It looks like we got a teddy bear or some kind of toy. Ooh, so we've unlocked French fries and a bicycle so far. I'm trying to tell if we're through the tutorial mode. It kind of seems like we're in limbo now. Like, what are we supposed to do next? So I was messing around with the Bitzee, trying to figure out what I should show us next, what I should try next. And now my Bitzee seems to be stuck in this sideways orientation. I'm not really sure how to get it out of that. But of course, like I mentioned earlier, like the notch is where you put it down, but it's acting like this is right side up. So how do I, there we go. Oh, maybe? I don't know if that really worked, but we are right side up once again. So we're currently in the menu. Let me go back and I'll show you how we got there. So from the main screen, you press into the center and that gets you to this very unique menu with this very unique form factor. Your scroll wheel is how you scroll through the different menu options. So of course we have food. This green one is a backpack. If it doesn't look like a backpack to you on screen, no worries, it doesn't look like a backpack in person. This is our game controller. This right here is our settings. Then we have the customization. So this is a t-shirt on a hanger. Here we have our love meter. Then we have our phone, which I don't know too much about what that one does again. And then back to orange, this is our exploration. And like I showed earlier, there's this really cool full color sheet of instructions, which is very, very handy because truthfully, I would not have had a clue what any of those menu options were if it wasn't for that. So let's take a look at our backpack. I'm going to scroll over to our green option, and then I'm going to press into the circle to enter that area of the menu. Then there's that teddy bear that we unlocked earlier. And we probably don't have much else. This is the arrow to return to the previous screen, but since we're here, let's try the bear. We can also go back into our menu because I'm sure our pet needs a little bit of food here. Uh-oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Hamster pellets. Oh, it looks like, is that maybe some poop that we have to take care of? Ugh. All right, taking care of business with that one. Oh, that was cool. So I felt like it was kind of hard to interpret exactly what was going on the screen there, but we had some poop, we put it in a bag, and then we put that bag in the trash can. I really like these LEDs, but sometimes they just don't quite make a complete picture. I'm really curious to get to editing this video because sometimes the video looks a lot different on the computer than it does to me as I'm recording. And like I said, I'm already seeing a lot of differences from here compared to what I'm interpreting through my camera lens. So I have some more exploring to do with this hamster ball before I give a full review, but here are a couple first impressions. First and foremost, I absolutely love this form factor. I think it's just the coolest thing. I love the way the face of it looks with the clear plastic, and I really think this scroll wheel is super cool. However, the whole unit is really quite loud. Even this scroll wheel, that alone is noisy. The motor is noisy. It's not the noises, it's not the digital sounds that the pet is making, it's the unit itself produces a lot of sound by just running. However, in defense of the Bitzee, when I'm recording, I try to have my house as quiet as possible. So maybe if you were running a fan while you were playing this, you might not even notice all of the sounds that are going on in the background. And then I really just want to make sure I make this clear again. This looks like it's flashing more than the Bitzee I'm seeing in my camera screen. So please just be careful as you go out and purchase this. Just be aware that it might look a little bit different in person compared to what you're seeing in this video. However, despite the sounds, despite the flashing, I'm still incredibly excited to check out the Bitzee a little bit more and make a review about it in a couple weeks. So if there's anything specific you would like me to cover in a review, please let me know in the comments below and I will do my best to answer it. I also hope that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss when I put out that review, and also so you don't miss my upcoming holiday shopping guide. I cannot believe that it is the end of October. The holidays, they're practically here, and the rest of the year is going to by so quickly. So I want to do everything I can to make the most of it. And part of making the most of it is enjoying and being thankful for everything that I have, and I'm so incredibly thankful for all of you that have joined me on my channel this year, as well as those of you that have joined me today for this video. So I just want to say a huge thank you, and I hope to see you in my next video.